What if I got sick? What if I got lost? What if I'm too old to start traveling now? If you've had any of these thoughts, you are not alone. When I started traveling solo in my 50s, I was scared too. Scared of the unknown, scared of being alone, scared of what might actually go wrong. But here's what I learned. Most of these fears, they're just stories we tell ourselves, stories that keeps us stuck. In today's episode, we're going to talk about fear, doubt, and that little voice that whispers, it's too late. But what I've come to realize is it's never too late to travel, even solo in your 50s. So let's talk about some of the most common fears I hear from people. What if I get sick while I'm traveling? What if I feel lonely? I don't know how to use all those apps and online bookings. What if I can't keep up physically? And of course, isn't it too late to start traveling now? These fears are real, but they're not walls, they're actually just speed bumps. And they can all be overcome. Sometimes those fears are even ours. They're what society tells us, that after 50 we should slow down, play it safe, or just stay home. But what if we flip that script? I'll be honest, I've had moments where things didn't go smoothly. For example, once I got lost in a small cobblestone village in Portugal. Beautiful. But my phone had died. I didn't speak the language, and for a moment I panicked. But then this kind man who didn't speak a word of English helped me. I showed him my address and he motioned for me to follow him. He walked me all the way back to my guest house. And then that day I learned, maybe realized, something very powerful. The world is not out to get you. People are actually mostly kind. I also used to be afraid of technology, booking flights, using apps, navigating new cities. Now, I just use 3 or 4 simple apps and I'm good to go. You don't have to be tech savvy, you just have to start. When you're over 50, people just assume you've already lived your big years. I completely disagree. In my 20s I worked. In my 30s I raised a family. In my 40s I dreamed of travel. But it wasn't until my 50s that I truly felt alive. The freedom, the curiosity, the courage to get lost and find joy. That all came after 50. So let me ask you, when was the last time you did something just for you? Not for your family, not for your job, not for anyone else, but just because it lit up your soul. So if you've been sitting on the edge, afraid to book that ticket, nervous about going solo, wondering if the world has passed you by, let this be your sign. It's not too late. The world is waiting and your next chapter is still unwritten. So until next time, keep exploring because your story is just beginning. And don't forget, subscribe here and share this with someone who needs a little nudge. And further, leave me a comment below. What's the fear you're ready to let go of?